I was 18 when the war in Ukraine started in 2022. I was under occupation for about a month in my native village, which is in Sumy Oblast, which is northern east part of Ukraine. And my family is still there. They never fled. And I've been a refugee after that month after occupation. For 5 months I was living in the western part of Ukraine with a hosting family. And then I moved abroad and been changing 5 countries till now. So far I am in my 5th country. And I never taken any government support except for Ukrainian one. We all know that war is bad. We seem to learn it a lot at school, but when we look at the history, we never learn. This is my lessons that I learned from mostly not even war perspective, but personal experience of you are never alone. And especially with the pressure that my mom had about me not going anywhere, and she's still quite scared of how you're gonna be treated, what will happen, you are all alone abroad or wherever. No one's gonna help you. That's not true. In the darkest time, I met the most amazing people of my life. I've been hosted by 2 host families, one in Ukraine, another one in Spain. Both of them were amazing people that helped me a lot, and it just was out of nowhere. Don't be scared to ask for help. You can always start over. I tell you, as someone who moved 7 times, completely from scratch. Especially it helps thinking that you're never alone. I stayed longer than months because I've always been striving for more. As I told, I never been going for government support, but at that time I was a student, so I was applying for different scholarships and volunteering opportunities. So once I knew that there is something looking for me, I just went in unknown. And probably it's much easier since you have no one at that place. And I do agree that it's much easier when you are detached from people, from place. But this mindset of I can always start over is very beneficial. It's much easier to take risks and just go for it because you are less attached to the outcome, less scared of failing. And the more you are not scared, the more it's going to work out. For hope we live, so never lose it. Those people that are right now fighting, those people that left the country, they would have never left, those people have never fought if they wouldn't think that there can be a better future. As long as you have hope, as long as you have basic abilities, legs, hands, some brains, you can find the shittiest job. You can learn language intensely. And believe me, over time, things will happen. Something will find you. Certain things will just come up to you. Don't pity yourself. Don't think how terrible it is. I know war is terrible, but what can you do already about it? Nothing. So while you are just sitting there thinking how unlucky you were, you are just wasting your time, because in those moments when you sit in some basement praying for that fucking bomb not to kill you and the rest of your family, you think about how many things you've been postponing in life, which leads to another lesson, which is don't postpone your dreams, things you always wanted to do, achieve, express all your love you got for your friends, your family, whoever, the things you always wanted, because you never know, one morning, just like me, you might wake up and your life will be changed forever, or one morning you might not even wake up. So you cannot and you shouldn't change anyone. You can show by your own example, your own story, and inspire them for changes, or changing perspective, or whatever, but never ever expect anyone to change. I'm mostly talking about things when we try to prove that, war in Ukraine is real and people are dying, and other people that are reading other kind of media, they don't fully understand what war is like, and you can do nothing about it. Just accept it. Just try to be understanding. You create your own opportunities. Basically, I never had anyone who told me, Bogdana, go to Spain. I was applying to different scholarships. I was writing a lot of motivational letters, emails to different universities asking for opportunities, scholarships, internships. Nothing. Till one day I got accepted for Erasmus exchange. Later on, when I came back to Spain, I already knew the language. I was intensely learning it in Lithuania, Spain. I knew that I'm gonna come back to Spain. So I was just looking for work, but obviously, even though my Spanish was already decent, competing with other locals looking for a job, finding a job in Spain is quite difficult. So competing with locals in a small city was not easy. So I just started going to different restaurants, giving them my CV, saying, if you got anything, please contact me. And I don't know, I went probably more than 20 restaurants, and in one of those, they just told me, we really need someone for Christmas. So I agreed on that because I had nothing to lose just to try. And I stayed longer than for just Christmas. What I wanted to say with this, that you're the one creating opportunities. Don't sit around waiting someone will come up to you and say, hey, even though it might happen. This also happens. When out of nowhere someone tells you, hey, I got this job offer, do you want to work? This happened to me, but it didn't match much with what I wanted at that time. So I had to say no. It's okay. But who knows? You can also might sit around and something will work out, but it's better if you take the actions to go exactly for what you want. Always have some savings, just in case. Just in case you wake up one morning and your country is invaded and you have to go somewhere. And better in cash, I tell you. Some cash on bank, on a different bank account, just in case. You never know, this world is unpredictable. So always keep some money saved. In my case, when the war started, I had some savings because I was saving for my braces, which I have never put, but I'm so grateful that at that moment I had those money, which led me to be more free and kind of wait for better things for me to happen, because I could have settled for going to some refugee camp, but I could take my time to, find host family which was better conditions. So, and later on to go abroad, with also saving money from government support of Ukraine. So that's what I want to say. You never know what might happen. What actually happened to me when I was in Canada doing my internship. I broke my arm. I can show you. This is a scar. I broke my arm out of nowhere. Again, me all alone, abroad. Thank God I had really good insurance which covered my surgery, because medical expenses in Canada are fucking expensive. But I had to pay for my physio from my own account, which was not cheap. Thanks God I had savings. I always have them. So you never know what might happen. You might break your arm, you might get into accident, some disease, I don't know, war, whatever. You never know. Have some money. Trust that you always can start over. Trust that people will help you out. But always have your money. Basically that's it. those be my lessons learned. This video is not war related, it's more personal experience of someone who have been changing certain places in the last 3 years, of a person who been challenged to just have no home. I kinda can come back to my native village, but there is no point, there is no future. So, as my mom would tell me, Bogdana, as long as you have opportunity to have better future somewhere else, just go for it. Love and peace to all of you. Have a nice day.